So if two HVAC companies serve the same number of customers, but one has 50% of them on a maintenance plan and the other has 20%, the first company will win. So their phones are going to ring in slow months, their technicians stay busy, and their replacement pipeline fills itself. So the way we're going to calculate that is off of this data set that we have here on the data tab. But what we're going to do is we need to get a unique list of customers for that month, and then we need to get a unique list of members for that month. And then we just divide the two. It's pretty straightforward on the surface, but there is some challenge. The first one is obviously creating a data set, having your data structured in a format that actually, makes sense like this. And then the only thing we need to do here is we need to create the month, the end of the month, off of the event date, off of the service date. And so the way we do that is with the EOMONTH function. So equals EOMONTH, comma 0. And then you have that here, just like this. And so I'm going to delete it because we already have it here. And again, if you want this file, there's a link to download it, or you can just shoot me an email. Okay, so now we need to get a unique list of any of these customers where the month is, January 31st, and then, February 28th or 29th if it's a leap year. And then the next column is, do they have a maintenance plan? So if they have a maintenance plan, then it's a 1. So we have the same criteria, customer, month, but we're going to add a second criteria of the maintenance being 1. So what I'll do is I'll just copy these over here. Put them right here. Okay, to get a unique list of the month equals unique, and then just go to the month here. Make sure it's the table, the month, and then I'll just make it a date. And then I'm just going to center everything. Okay, so now what we need is we need a unique list of customers. Like you can't do like each one of these rows is a job, but you can't do the count of the number of jobs there were because there could be duplicates across the customer, right? And I'll show you how to do that. Pretty straightforward. But so the month is in cell B3. Just remember B3 equals unique. Equals filter. We will use the unique after that, but equals filter. So we want to filter the customer ID, comma, where the month equals B3, right? The month in the other sheet. And so let's see. I don't see anybody. I know they're here. So 99 is what we have, but if we do unique to remove the duplicates, we get 87. Okay, so there's 12 duplicates, hidden in there. And so now we have 87, but we don't want this list. We just want to count. We want to count A of this list, and you get 87. And you can double click. So this gives you the unique customer list for that month. And then here we want to do pretty much the same thing, but what we're going to do is we're going to have this. We're going to add that flag. So again, equals filter the customer ID here, comma, where the month, I'm going to open up brackets as well, where the month equals B3, close the brackets, and then times, and then open the brackets, maintenance plan flag here equals 1, close the bracket, and then close the final bracket. And I might get a, yeah, so we're good here. Let me see again. Are there any uniques? I don't see any, but I'm sure they're there. But either way, we want to do a unique. Yeah, you can see it trimmed off the bottom a little bit, so there was something in there. And then the count A. And then now you can do, your calculation, which is just equals this divided by this. And so the way to see this is out of 87 customers, 48% of them had, maintenance plans, right? And so that just lets you know we're not doing this off of the tech. You can do this off of the technician. The challenge is the way I created the data set is one tech can service, or multiple techs can service the same customer. So it'd be a little bit harder to do that. Okay, again, put your cursor anywhere in the data, go to recommended charts, go to all charts, and then go to combo chart. And then here we sort of see what we want, but the line is on the same axis. So in other words, 0.483 is on the same axis of 300. So we don't want that. So right here where it's the line, just click the secondary axis. And then you can do that here. And so yeah, that's how you create it. What I'll do here is I'll just get I'll steal the title. And then I'll show you two more things. One, if you want to remove that decimal, like say the reason why the decimal here, 60.0 is there is because it's the same over here. Like if we make this 0 decimals, you can see it automatically changes. But if you wanted 1 decimal here, but 0 here, you can double click and then go to the columns, go to number, and then go to 0. And then you have that. And finally, if you want to put, I'll zoom in a little bit. If you want to put labels on here, you can click on the chart, go to the plus sign, data labels, but it's going to be way too noisy. But even if you choose just one, because it is multiple years of data at the month level, if you choose just one, it's still a little bit noisy, right? So what you might want to do is you might want to find like the high point, which is, I don't know, let's say it's here. And then if you double click, you see how only that section has that little box. And then you do data label. And then let's say the low point is this one. And then you do data label. And if it's still hard to see, you can make it bold, and you can also add a background to it, right? To sort of make it stick out. But yeah, so anyways, that's it on this one. Pretty fast video. If you have any questions at data boards. If you want this file, there's a link to download it or shoot me an email. Again, I understand that the hardest part with any of this stuff is just getting your data structured. And so, if you're doing, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs a day, it's going to be worth having somebody manually entering in this data to structure the columns and have them just, enter in as much as they can. But to do this specific KPI, you just need the event date, the customer ID, which could be a person's name or an address, and then do they have a maintenance plan? Like that's all you need. If you want to get more granular, then you could do it by system type. You could do it by acquisition channel. You could do it by, customers, or maybe tech ID is probably better than customer service rep. And so there's a lot of different ways to do it, but because you saw how I just did it, it's exactly the same process. It's just instead of the month, in the filter, instead of using the month, you would use the acquisition channel. You would use the tech, and then you would just put the acquisition channel here and the tech name there. But yeah, and also if you need some help structuring your data, if you need some help getting the KPIs or your reports, building out your reports, then there's a link to my calendar, or you can just shoot me an email there. And again, my email is questions@databoards.io. But that is it for this video, and I will see you in the next one.